And I am muted, and we are live.
Dash backseats with badge.
Yo, Dash, thank you for the backseat. What is up, everyone? Welcome on in. Happy Tuesday. I hope things are working clearly today and well. There's something in my OBS signifying it's good, and I don't want to jinx it. So anyway, everyone, welcome on in. Anulel, Kober, and Dash, what's up? Welcome on in. Good morning to you, Anulel. Anyway, alright, more Ace Attorney. Good to see me again. Yeah, no worries. Same to you, Kober. Good to see you again. Alright, more Ace Attorney. We are still in the final main case of the game. And apparently, controller is still effing up. Alright, where were we? Alright. Continuing the case, we are in day 2 investigation phase, and we have a Phoenix and Edgeworth chapter, so this will be interesting. I wonder how they'll interact with each other after all this time. Alright, I really have nothing much to say on my recording. Yes, I am. Is everything good on both? It is. Alright, Phoenix and Edgeworth. What is next after this case? Okay, after the main case, there is the DLC case. So we'll get to that after the main case. Then after Spirit of Justice, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Yurchi Baba down the same line from Time to Think. I don't know anything. Anyway, alright, Phoenix and Edgeworth chapter. Let's do this. I wonder what will happen. Loading. Loading. Alright, May 18th, Temple. Oh, we're now Phoenix. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. Well, of course, you were held hostage and tied up in a chair. Of course, you'll feel exhausted. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? Are you alright? Ah! Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Kura'in to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Angus autopsy report. Tomb diagram. Tomb crime photo. Oh, that's it? So I have autopsy report, blood loss from the stab wound in the back. Okay, sarcophagus. Tomb crime photo. Alright, who do you have? We have Trucy. We have Trucy, we have Athena, we have Apollo, Nayuta, Dirk. That's Emma, Miles. Maya, Inga, Rifa, and Garon. Alright. Can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. I cannot with this controller. Jesus. Okay, you connected again, please. Okay, no. I won't touch you. That's our ball. Yo, fries. Jesus Christ, what is up with my controllers tonight? We need a controller disconnect compilation. Dash, if you... I know you have all the raw footage. Just kidding. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to connect this. It's not connecting. The moment I drop this, now it's connecting. Alright. Anyway, okay, honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. Okay. You. Battery's out. We're not gonna connect anymore. Have you tried spitting or slapping on it? Well, to be honest, I dropped it. So I think these things happened when these things started after I dropped it. So, okay, please. Oh my freaking god! Don't tell me I have to reconnect my Switch Pro. Well, touch you. Why are you not pairing? Can you stick a USB cable? I think it doesn't work with the 8-bit though. Jesus, why are you not pairing? Are you dead battery? Almost like. The thing is, I don't want to reconnect my 8-bit, my Pro controller because I have a hard time pairing with the other Switch. So that was paired there, and I don't want to like do that pairing thing again. All right, please cooperate. Okay, now you're cooperating. I will stick you in wires. All right. Honestly, I'd have been lost, so lost without them these past few weeks. Can't read. You there, the barbed head lawyer, Phoenix Wright. No, wait, this isn't Rafa. Huh? Yep, it's not Rafa. All right. You're from the Garan Royal Guard, right? I'm Lucky, Royal Guard member, and Her Eminence shoulder rubber. Wow. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are a bit stiff. Don't be absurd. I'm here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Kurai. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Lucky, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lucky. L-A-H'-K-E-E-N. All praise the omnipotent Queen Garan. For she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You're both to come with me! You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Yes, indeed! Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense! She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away! Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if you don't hurry. Lucky too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? So you'd been here all this time. I wondered where you had gone. Don't tell me you missed me, Edgeworth. Aww. As if. The courts have been so peaceful without you around. You make it sound like I leave legal devastation in my wake. Well, don't you? Well, right? What do you intend to do now? I was thinking, I want to help Apollo in this case, so why don't we try to gather whatever information we can? You're quite the considerate boss. Well, I kind of forced him to take care of the office in my absence, so it's the least I can do. Alright. Okay, badge. Still at it, I see. I guess borders mean little in the face of your incurable hand. Aw, I wanted him to, like, react to the badge. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations too. Nice reference. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. Oh, well, tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. Kamshu! It's ironic that the man tasked with upholding the law should end up breaking it. Well, it's not like we don't have our fair share of that back home. That is a thing of the past. The worst offenders have already been removed. Now that you mention it, wasn't Gaspin Payne expelled from the prosecutor's office? Yes, he was a particularly troublesome individual. I was shocked to see him resurface here in Kurain, and with considerable sway no less. I just hope he doesn't end up making a mess of things here as well. Okay, da. Okay, it's the same.
Coburn 64 backseats with regular stream achievement unlocked. Showed your badge.
Yes. We should always do that. Present everything, unlock every dialogue, press every testimony so that we see all the dialogue. There are some hidden gems in Ace Attorney dialogue. Oh, hello. Whoa. Ah, the barbed head lawyer has arrived. No, they talk too fucking much. Oh, come on. There are some hidden gems. There are. That one was glorious. Yep. I was surprised that it was 3D rendered. Coburn. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Right. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. There's a lot going on outside. It seems your bluffs and your tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in your wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is alright. There's no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rafa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence? Excuse me. We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Can we examine things first? That's one swanky throne. I wouldn't mind taking a seat there myself. The Jester and the Crown, I imagine it would make quite the interesting picture. You know, Edgeworth, I hate to say this, but you're absolutely right. That's it. It's just the guards and the throne. It's the Garon Royal Guard. The one who came for us earlier said that he's the royal shoulder rubber. Excuse me, but are each of you charged with your own specific task? I'm the Royal Tea Server, I'm the Royal Taster, I'm the Royal Bedmaker, I'm the Royal Fitness Trainer! Alright. I'm sorry I asked. At this rate, one has to wonder if there is no task left unassigned by Her Eminence. Imagine, like, delegating everything, right? Alright, let's talk. Inga's crime. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Easy life, easy money. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Bonk. Ow! That is a lie I say. Father would have never done such a thing. But he did abduct Maya, that's... I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this, you. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Ow! Please, your benevolence. That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother. What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration. Wait, what? He's the husband. Well, politics, I don't know. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kier was a member of that group. Indeed. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. Oh, another assassination attempt. So your Eminence had no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Khura'in is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father? But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khura'in, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. Sorry. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed one, do you recall the man known as Peace Lovin'? Oh my god, him again. Peace Lovin' and the Stand-In? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb and covered up the theft. And then, he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. Sorry, this was Phoenix. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadmadi. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now perhaps, the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to your Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Khura'in. Her Eminence has spiritual power invoked, a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. Claps. I can see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father. Rafa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago, the one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions. The longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. Oh, she was the previous Minister of Justice. Interesting. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of her dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmadi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted. Hashtag Dark Age of the Law. Now why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. In Khura'in, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now, there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? What karma? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Khura'in, we have the divination seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, Barblood. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. It is true that someone feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil to test. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Khura'in dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? None at all? Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law after all. Yeah. About the Founder's orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother? No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's... Royal Guard. Your Eminence. What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Oh no, is she asking to have Apollo caught? Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have been the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at Bazaar. That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So, we see that lawyers in country also present evidence, simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us. Sorry. Okay. I don't think we can present anything to Garan. Alright, let's move to the bazaar. No, let's go to the detention center if we can see. Let's see if there's... I don't think we can go anywhere else, right? Okay, let's just go to the bazaar. Alright, here we go. May 18, Khura'in Bazaar. Roar! What? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me really surprised too when I first heard of it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbot. A bird that sounds like that? Roar! Sounds more like a beast than a bird if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual, it's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. Bang! Ah, was that a gunshot? Har 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 har. Startle ya, PW? Of course it's that. Why is the jolly music with dats? Jeez. What was that, dats? It's morphin' time! The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. And you need those, why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what with this high priest's fake murder / suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means that Thrust's death won't be in vain after all. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then, we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garan's goons. Huh? Like this. Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime and I'm not chasing you. Har 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 har. Har 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 har. Your reaction. That was priceless, PW. Har 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 har. Guess I startled that warbot too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. Oh, it's Rafa. You are one of those insurgents, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Eek! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Barbed Head. Your benevolence, what can I do for you? I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but it was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. And how do you know that? I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the Royal Priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of truth. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the Royal Priestess's wisdom. Ha! Ha ha! That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right? Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do. Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me. Wait! She's sure in a hurry. Right. The minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. Alright. But first, they said a manhole, right? So... I never thought the day would come when we'd be investigating a case side by side. Oh? Because I never thought the day would come when you'd get sentimental on me. Come on, right? Time's wasting. Wait, exactly which ones of us was wasting time here? Alright, so I think once you try to investigating the bazaar, nothing shows up. Alright, so I guess we move to... what? Royal residence, I guess. Alright, May 18, Garon Palace. Royal residence. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rafa. Okay. This place is decorated with all sorts of colorful flowers, and that view from the veranda looks like it would be amazing. If I had to guess, I'd say Rafa must live here. And we all know this is Amara's tomb. Amara's tomb, the scene of Inga's murder. Poor Mai was held captive in there. To think she was actually being held here in Khura'in. If only we had found out sooner. No point dwelling on that now. All we can do is keep moving forward. Yes, of course. Garon Palace, the heart of the kingdom's government and religion. Yes, the two are inseparably intertwined here in Khura'in. The religious beliefs of its people touch every aspect of their lives, including legal affairs. Right, like how they commune with spirits in court. I suppose Khura'Inism is the glue that binds their faith, law, and politics together. It may seem strange to foreigners like us, but for them it's perfectly natural. What a beautiful place this is. But I'd be enjoying this a whole lot more if we weren't investigating a murder. Commoners aren't normally allowed access to the royal residence, you know? Under ordinary circumstances, it would be impossible to take in such a spectacular view. The murder is certainly a unique reason to be offered such a rare opportunity. Oh, footprints. There are footprints coming from this residence. Too bad they just kinda end. I wonder who made them and why and where they went. This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so we can rule out Athena at least. Wow. Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate? You got us there, Edgy. Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. ... Sob. I think someone's in there. Father... Oh, it's Rifa. It's Rifa. Is that Princess Rifa? There were still so many things I wished to tell you. She always puts on such a brave face. but hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Rifa, are you in there? Ah, just a moment, I'll be right out. And she's smiling. Wow. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes, sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. Grrr. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything. You stupid barbed head. Youch! You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the Crown Princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. A dingbat dog? That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright. I bet that mud stain would, like, be important in the investigation. Inga's private... Oh. There's, like, an injection... There's a syringe in the middle of the room. May 18th, Grand Palace, Inga's private quarters. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. Wow. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Ah, this staff gets keeping in the way. Nina! Oh. Huh? Where's Nina? Normally... Yeah, her attendant's not there. She comes running whenever Rifa calls. Her PA's not there. That's right. Nina is what? Oh well, you barbed head. Come, hold this staff for me. Why me? Just take it. It's too heavy. And I'm tired of holding it. How does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just head over here for now. Yeah, why doesn't she just put it down? Duh. Alright, talk. Kidnapping. Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Khura'in, shall share my thoughts on the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course, we'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share. My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb, but it was not for the purpose of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. For your sake. The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right. I see. Press X to doubt. I'm pressing X. Nothing's happening. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. Ah. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Ooh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rifa? Somehow, I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Let's ask about Nena first. Your Benevolence, I noticed Nena isn't with you today.
An ILL backseats with. May I please place my order? I would like fish and chips. Thanks.
Your Anilel. There probably was fish in the pond earlier outside, so let's go investigate that again later. Anyway, Your Benevolence, I noticed Nena isn't with you today. Sad. I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2. That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nena. I hope she is alright. Rafa seems really worried for Nena. Oh, there's more. Alright, tomorrow's seance. I'll take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance. Who else if not I? Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experienced in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else. What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Never mind, I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. And it is one I intend to fulfill. There's that word, duty. Your Benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy and what is true and what is false. Most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task. Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Alright, Nena and Rafa. Your Benevolence, has Nena served you long? Yes. She has been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Your diapers? It almost sounds like she could be your mother. Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being cruel. Nena takes care of my every need. She's my teacher in all things as well. Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nena's teachings? Nena, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nena would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nena's connected to this case in some way. Alright, 3% stuff. Remove that vile badge from my sight. If you insist on tormenting me, I will take matters into my own hands. Hey, don't bite it. It's much harder than I thought. What did you think it's made of? Okay, I wanted to ask you about this. I thought you said she wasn't around. Oh, yes, of course. Well, you're sadly mistaken if you think questioning Nena will clear things up. But I'm trying to question you, not Nena. Alright, it looks like we can't present anything, so let's just examine. Alright, there are a lot of things in here. Let's check the canopy. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. I slept on nothing but hard floor since coming to Kurain. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it, it's yours if you wish. Well, you'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need a spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? Princess Rayfa, I honestly don't know how to answer that. You can't examine the clock. Interesting. But the bust. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold. Wow, that's gold. I thought it was wood. Excuse me. Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? Hahaha, it's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Surprise safe! Ah, look. There's a secret safe inside. Oh my. To think such a thing was here all this time. Rats. Looks like we'll need a combination to get in. Okay, before that, let's check around first. Door, globe, mirror. That, alright. There are some muddy shoe prints here, come to think of it. Yep, there was that. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Kurain, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to tomorrow. Linus, why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow? Same. His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Kurain. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. Nothing particularly interesting here. What's the spray can? What's this? Je suis Lebel. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color, jet black. I wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? Alright, what are the drugs here? It's a syringe and a vial. Those for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back pain. Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Oh, interesting. Painkiller shots, the medication Inga used for his back pain. Said to make the pain disappear. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to chiropractor as soon as I get home. Uh, Alright, notepad. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes. Nena, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix writes, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in there. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of anyway. What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edgeworth's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nena, whom he must have seen every day? Right, Inga's notepad. Notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics are written inside. Oh, that's it. I should have examined the safe. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. Looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be so easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Did the DC Act was enacted, parents' anniversary, or Eva's birthday? How about the date the Defense Culpability Act was enacted? Do you know when that was, your benevolence? Nena! Nena! Your benevolence. Yes, of course. I believe the date would be June 14th. Really, Edgeworth is whispering in the ears of elites the secret to your success. Alright, let's give 0614 a try. Nope, that's not it. Time to try something else. I bet it's Rafa's birthday, but let's guess the others for shits and giggles. What about your parents' anniversary? I have not the faintest idea of when it is. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't, huh? It's December 11. Why do you know that? How in the world do you know that fact, Edgeworth? I don't. I simply deduced it using elementary school level logic. Though I doubt you'd grasp how I arrived at my conclusion, so I'll save my breath. There's no way you didn't use some kind of superpower to come up with that. Anyway, here goes. 1211. No good. Don't open. Of course, it's the kid's birthday. When's your birthday, your benevolence? You are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday. Aw, come on, it's worth a shot. Fine. It's December 24. Christmas Eve? By Christmas Eve, it's not yet Christmas. Well, let's give it a try. 1224. It opened. It opened. Oh my god, and the bust is like the actual safe. Alright, that was surprising. I thought like the safe below will open. It's actually the one on top. It did? Yep. And it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, father? Why my birth date? Well, you are his kid. Okay, time to examine less safe. I can't say I expected the sculpture's chest to open as opposed to the safe. What do you suppose is in there? Probably nothing. It's most likely just a decoy for unsuspecting thieves after all. It seems Minister Inga kept his most valuable possessions much closer to his chest. Literally. Where they're bound to stay safe and sound, huh? Alright, by the way, ads are starting in around 20 seconds, so I do apologize for that. So, yep, if you're in Twitch, if you'd like to sub, feel free to sub. You'll get ad free viewing and some emotes and memotes. But otherwise, get Turbo, you'll get much more value from that. Or you could also check out YouTube, and if you're in YouTube, hi YouTube. We are simulcasting in YouTube right now, by the way. Alright, okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind and I love you very much. Ah, I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rifa. I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There are some other papers in here. Ah! Oh my god, wait. This is the plan for his coup d'etat. Garan assassination plan. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtained from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garan. Why would you keep this letter in the queen's, like in the residence, right? What? Give me that. I don't understand. It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm mother. Poor Rifa, this has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait, that's your benevolence? How can this be? God, Princess Rifa. She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you alright? Alright? How can I be alright? Huh? All that I have believed. It was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck's she talking about? Can I ask who the woman in this picture? Who the woman is in this picture? How should I know? Seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Woman's photo added to the court record. The picture from Inga's safe shows a woman, a baby, and a law book that has a mark branded on it. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Oh my god. What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Shadow! Oh no, this is Albi. Shadow, come back here! Ruff, 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 ruff. Wait, that sounds like Albi and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. I've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. Alright, I think that's... Wait. Wait, how come everything is back and like... Better not touch anything without Rifa's permission. Who knows what she might say, or do if she finds out. Alright, so... Okay, yep. So I think everything will be I better not touch anything. Alright. Okay, so I can't get any more dialogue for this photo. Alright, I think we move out. Yep. We're gonna see Albi and Shadow. May 18, Garan Palace, Royal Residence. Yeah. Ah, Edgeworth. Wow, he's like chewing on his ruffles. Anyway, I hope one of you has a good explanation for this. Ah, I'm so sorry. Hi, Albi. No, Shadow. Bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone. If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat. Right away, sir. Just hold still and... And... He doesn't want to let go. Stop pulling like that. You'll only stretch the fabric. Come on, Shadow. Let go of his... Chimakalit. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2... Wait, what are you? 3! Come on! No! Air! I need air! Wow, you choked Edgeworth to... Okay. Were you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, mister. My dog has a habit of attacking fryly things like that. Maybe for his sake, he should stick to more traditional targets like cars, or his tail. What's worse, he snuck in here again today and stole some weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog. Wait a second. I've seen that hat before. Wasn't that Nina's hat? Albi, could I see that hat again? Sure. Wait, isn't this... Yep, it's Nina's hat. Isn't this Nina's hat? But I thought she disappeared. Time to shoot. No fries. Even though I'm a cat person, no. You finished Maggot Lair. Okay. Shadow swiped it from someone. Albi, how exactly did Shadow get this? Allow me to explain. It all started while we were on a walk through the bazaar today, when suddenly, Dats popped out of a manhole. Ah. Whoa! The fangs of the Defiant Dragons. Why is he doing this Morphin Time thing again? Ha! That's her ball is here. Their eyes are black and filled with rage and hate. Say, you wanna join our cause, kid? Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance. Back, dog of the Gran regime. Huh? But this is my dog, Shadow. Defiant Dragon's secret weapon, Dragon Snot Snaps. Achoo! Whoa! Wow. Oh man, the look on your face, that was classic. The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadow and he ran off into the crowds. Ah! Shadow, come back here! Har har har, that'll teach you, Garan Slapdog. You there, what do you think you're doing? Ah! Not good! That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m. if I remember correctly. I'm not even going to pretend I know what Dats was trying to do. I chased right after Shadow, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this in his mouth. 2 p.m. That's about an hour before the minister's death. Nena supposedly went missing after the murder. Interesting. But this would place her here at the palace at around 2. Albie's statement added to the court record. Interesting. At around 2 p.m., Dad slept out of a bazaar manual, got yelled at by a dog and warbot, and then threw a firecracker. The shocked look on Albie's face had Dats in stitches when the police came along and detained the rebel. The noise spooked Shadow, who ran off. When Albie caught up to him in the courtyard, Shadow had what looked to be Nena's hat. I remember I saw something pretty amazing around that time too. Something amazing? So Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing? I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit. Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone? You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the secret rite. Oh, can you tell me more? Of course, I'm always happy to explain. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost in the palace grounds while looking for Shadow. Okay, why are you in the audience chamber? Oh, what is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadow have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room, and that's when I saw Queen Garan. Oh. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited I had to take a picture of it. Wow. You took a picture? I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself. Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint. Her channeling rite ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me. You could have been arrested again, you know? Yeah, I know. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it. This is gonna be important evidence, I bet. Channeling photo added to the court record. Okay, let's just check that. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadow get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all. Allow me to explain. Explain everything. There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck. You don't say. Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged. There's a hole I can just make it through. Go on. Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here. Oh? Then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know. No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just, I want to help change this kingdom. What do you mean? Well, after Miss Faye's trial, I started thinking, like maybe... Oh, this is now the Defiant Dragons theme. Maybe there was something I could do to help their revolution too. Maya's trial, huh? That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Kurain's legal system has become. Oh, Skittles guy. How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime. Yet I had done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived with myself had she been convicted because of that fiendish man. This cannot be. All I have done under the laws of our kingdom, it has all been... The DC Act led to the false charges against Mai and the High Priest's suicide. But that trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albi has some pretty strong feelings on the matter. I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking. Maybe I could sneak up and then take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part. The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on even with one so young. Right. The momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree, and the public's perception of the Defiant Dragons seems to be changing too. But Albi, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's not right. Okay, I won't do it again. Albi, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief? And when I say you, I mean Shadow. Huh? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nice try, Albi, but the proof is literally right in front of us. I was expecting like the Magatama. Albi, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful, some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. A dingbat dog? That's right, the yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it? Oh. I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that, so let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albi? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now, it seems your little friend thinks all us Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antenna, and there was this lady with long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar with the Garan Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, alright, so Garan asked her guard to catch them. Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're alright. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kinda slipped my mind. Hehe. Okay, this chapter ends here. That was quick. Alright, to be continued. Alright. I guess we continue. Alright, May 18, Kurain, Bazaar. Okay, I guess we're back as Apollo. Those guys sure are persistent. Yeah, they even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Ah, Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again. Ah, quick, hide! Hey, where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? You know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just Yeah, it did. It's called the Warbod, and you know what? I'll tell you all about it later when we're not being chased by masked men. Come out, wherever you are! Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. Alright. Okay, so they are after the orb. Figures they're after the orb. I don't want to know what they'd do to us if we were captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious loud voices, I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no. Come out now, you foreign devils. This has gone far enough. You must not keep Her Eminence waiting any longer. We've got to get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Any ideas? Apollo, we shouldn't be standing around talking like this. Who knows what they'll do to us if they catch us? You're right, let's find somewhere safe to hide. Okay, I can move. Shouldn't Phoenix be here? And we could have seen them, right? Wait, where the hell do I go? Okay, now that I think about it, I think I remember the manhole thing, right? Maybe we could hide here. No way, they'd find us in no time. Stay where you are. You're closing in on us. We've got to find a place to hide. What? Wait. Look, a manhole. Ah, that's right. Yeah, okay, I remember this. Yep. Sure, I remember that messy dim lit room. The file I've amassed in the Mars assassination is kept there. I think it might help you to on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Yep. Athena, I know where we can hide. Follow me. Oh, where are we going? Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there. It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats right here? We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late. It's going to take forever to get this stench out of my hair. Alright. Okay, May 18th, former Sadmadi law offices. Looks like we lost them. That was close. Dirk's office. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? Ah! That's... AJ! What the heck are you doing here? Duran's royal guards are after us. Ha ha ha. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now. Good. But since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Apollo. Oh, why is Phoenix here? Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? We saw you two go in that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was a closer shave than I had thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Case evidence received from the boss. Alright, what did you give us? Okay, you gave us Albie's statement, the channeling photo, a woman's photo, Inga's notepad, and the painkiller shots. Right, so what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon safe house, also known as the former Sadmadi law offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor, hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down there. Come on, Athena, stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. Wow. I'm sorry I even asked. So you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep, except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Dirk said, and I quote, we must keep it for the day when Khura'in needs lawyers once more. Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can't tell how much Dirk believes in his cause. Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest ya. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. Take over? Me? Those were his words. He may have been half joking though. Dirk, guess what I've heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. But it must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about it. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Aha, nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Khura'in and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream though. Dirk really said that? Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of ya. That much I'm sure of. Does it get more paternal than that? Dirk. And to think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. Alright, examine. Okay, Garan's dart. There's a scary looking knife sticking out of the queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that is actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife at it, but I whiffed and the thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? What's with the altar? It's where we pay our respects to the victims of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. Who's the kid? Yep, that's Apollo and Nayuta. Wait a second, that's you, Apollo. I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? Hehehe, you're so cute. And who's that fine-looking young man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. Wow, his smile is absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taking the day we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Sadmadi like when he was younger? He was kinda quiet but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Khura'in for the better. But now, he's nothing more than Garan's lackey. Seems like Dad says a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Khura'in quite a shock when the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm, was last on TV. You mean that show where actors play the parts of Dirk and Rifa? You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yup. All the writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit them where it hurts. Ha! That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who'd waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. Sadmadi Law Offices. That's the sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Dats. I hear the office used to do quite a bit of business. That it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across Kurain back in the day. I hope the day comes when he can proudly display this sign again. Dirk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. Really? There's also a spare eye patch here. Why not try that on too? Hehehe. Sorry. Just picturing you and all that. It's just too funny. Ow, my pride. Black couch. I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings. Page 1. It seems to be a collection of documents and information on Amara's assassination. Alright, so this is the file that Dirk was mentioning. So this is what Dirk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. Okay, page 1. The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. Wow, where did he get all of this? Anything important here? Page 20. Wow, alright. What about this? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. Wow. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. What? This is about your father, Apollo. Looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad. My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if dads could tell me anything about him. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages, I can't tell what's important. We need someone to help organize all of this, and I think I know just the person to ask. What's with all the spider webs, Dats? Don't you ever clean the place? Not the webs, we have what we call a symbiotic relationship. They catch the bugs that get in here, and I don't clean them up. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Alright, Defiance Dragon's book. Backstory of the Fly. This is Dirk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. It looks like it was branded on with a hot iron. Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here, see? Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Dirk's law book added to the court record. Alright, court record. Okay, this is weird. Page 1. Suddenly page 20, and there's like only 2 over 2 here. Wow. Could have at least put 20 pages, right? That wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep. Yuti was a rising star in the resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. He said he'd become a prosecutor and gave Inga and Goran the smackdown they deserved. But now he's, yeah, a puppet of the Goran regime. Not only that, but he's now gonna prosecute his own dad. It doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Goran has some serious leverage over him. Leverage? Like what? Wish I knew, but it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say... Nayuta is suffering? Yes, he knows the rightful state of Gorian's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Goran's will, and it's tearing him apart. If that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. Alright, I think we present some stuff here. So, let's start with the Founder's Orb. Ah! What, do you know something about this? Nope. How come you do not know about the orb? Alright, who's Jove? Alright, I want to ask you about this picture. That's the picture of your pops that Dirk found. And he had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Dats, please tell us you know everything about Apollo's dad. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago. That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at the bar. And the next thing you know, Dirk's asked him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah, Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, you were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. Interesting. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pop's stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name, Jangly Justice or something like that. Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? All we know is she was traveling with your pops. Okay, spoiler alert. The lore about Apollo's mother is explored in Game 4. But that day, she was off doing something on her own. So then, she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk, huh? But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing. No doubt, with the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed they were probably hardly if any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave up too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had zero leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. And maybe she'd figure you died along with your pops. Wow, I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo. Okay. Oh my god, I can't get anything from him. Okay, I probably won't. That's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. Page 34. 34. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of Kurai's people. Oh, that's right. Prosecutor said Mahdi was part of the royal family, wasn't he? Yep, but he was expelled after that whole thing with Dirk happened. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world. Because of the whole the sins of the father are visited upon his children thing. Yep, in the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous owner. So as his son, Yuti no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. That must have been really hard on him. Yeah, the ties between father and son aren't something you could break even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, the pride and joy of Kurai. Now that's the Nayuta I know, super smart and never willing to give in. He must have studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. So then, you believe in me. You believe in my son's innocence, old man? Oh, believe? Your poor son, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence. Oh wait, no, that's different. There's an old man and believe. Alright. Oh, thank you. I'm forever in your debt. Who's that? Hey there, Mrs. Inmi. Hard at work, I see. Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act. Mrs. Inmi, please don't forget about our case too. I won't. I will look into it as soon as I am able. What's Mrs. Inmi doing here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. A lady whose husband's been imprisoned, parents whose sons been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. So, she's trying to help the revolution along, in her own special way. Yep, and thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who have been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance. And they're starting to speak out in support of us. The people are responding, and a grassroots movement is growing. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true. What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place. Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something. I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? It should be safe here, right? You can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice. Founder's Orb left with Dats. Is that even a good idea? Okay, it's gone. What now, Apollo? Well, we've got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group. Okay, detention center. Okay, Dirk is here. May 18th, detention center, visitor's room. Hey there, son. Came to see your old man again? Hi, Dirk. Guess they're done questioning you? Yeah, you'd think Nayuta might have cut this old man a little slack, but no. You really laid it into me. Seems they're really keen on recovering the Founder's Orb. When I wouldn't tell them where it was, he confiscated what few possessions I had left. Wait. Dirk's not wearing his attorney's badge. They've even took that from him? Huh. He confiscated all of my prized jailbreaking tools. What did you expect? I mean, no prosecutor in their right mind would let a prisoner keep stuff like that. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. I wonder why. Indeed. I find it hard to understand anything he does these days. Your Kuraini's attorney's badge. You've worn it all these years, even though all the lawyers are gone. Yes, because the dragon's eye is the embodiment of my creed. To show the world that a dragon never yields, huh? Hey Dirk, why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream, not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Wait, that's Nayuta. Exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Kurain's legal system to its rightful state one day. Wait, was this in the past? Alright. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. I think that was in the past. Alright. He was always saying stuff like that to the two of us. Nayuta, is the reason why you didn't take Dirk's badge because you still remember those talks too? I really hope that's what it is. Son, would you keep my badge for me? Are you sure? I can't take something so important to you. That's exactly why I want you to hold on to it, Apollo. I'm placing my fate in your hands. Alright, I'll make sure it stays safe. Dirk's badge, the symbol of Dirk's creed, a dragon never yields. Nayuta never confiscated it. Alright, I think we need to ask some things. That's the only remaining photo of your father. Take good care of it. I will. I'm just surprised to see it after all these years. Okay, I think this is the same thing that we've talked about the other day. Inga Karkul Kurain. He was an entirely insufferable and likable fellow, but I never thought he'd wind up dead. Why didn't you like him? He was the most hawkish one in the Garan regime. He established the secret police to arrest us rebels without due process. Those they managed to capture were immediately executed. My compatriots in the Defiant Dragons came to call him the Executioner. The Executioner? Pretty ironic considering how he ended up. He's probably in hell now, being tormented by those he wrongfully put to death. Is that for me, son? Okay, Okay, it's the same. Oh, you don't have info on this. Interesting. I found this in the tomb. Look familiar? Ah, that's... Dirk? Where did you find it? Down between the monk statues in the tomb. Is it yours, Dirk? Oh, it's something I bought. Why is he suddenly acting all awkward? I wonder when I lost it. Let's have it. It's very important to me. Of course. I'll just make a note about it for future reference. Pink Butterfly returned to Dirk, but a record if it remains in the court record. Alright. Apollo, remember how Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk? Why don't you ask about that? Oh, right. I'll give it a try. But first, let's just check everything else. Okay, assassination file. I prepared that myself. Use it well. I'm surprised you were able to gather this much information. It wasn't easy. After all of the evidence from the assassination was lost in the fire. And the newly installed Garan regime was in full control of the media. Every lead I tried to follow led to a dead end. So then, how am I supposed to solve this case? You'll figure something out once tomorrow's trial is underway. Excuse me. After all, no one's looked into this assassination since my last trial. I hope I can turn things around enough to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Careful with that. Don't go showing it around town. You'll be branded a rebel. But I'm not a rebel. Don't be ridiculous. You're a member of the Defiant Dragon simply by being my son. Or did you think that dragon tattoo on your rear end was just for show? What? You have a tattoo on your butt, Apollo? Let me see. Relax, Athena. He's just jerking our chains again. My attorney's badge. You don't see those around here anymore. Why does the badge look like a nipple? It's not exactly something you can wear publicly, is it? Yeah, and if you did, people would jeer and throw things at you. I've had tomatoes, cabbages, even eggs thrown at me. That sounds awful, but at least they didn't throw rocks. True. Plus, if you were good at catching things, you'd have the start of a good meal. It does too. What? It's true. An hour's walk can yield all you need for a nice big hot pot. Dirk, I'm sorry I never knew how bad things were when you were raising us. Yeah, it really looks like something. Alright, someone close. What did the minister mean when he said he had someone dear to you in the palm of his hand? Who was he talking about? Nayuta seemed to know, but he wouldn't tell me anything. Well, I have no idea, so... Well, you obediently followed his every word after he said that. So it seems to me that the minister was in close proximity to someone you really care about. Oh, someone you really care about that isn't Nayuta? Wait, don't tell me. Is there a new lady in your life, Dirk? What? No, don't be ridiculous, son. At this point, I would expect either the Magatama or the bracelet to react. But... the love of my life was Amara, but she's gone now and there will never be another. Okay, there we go. My bracelet. Wait, does this mean... Dirk, have you really not met somebody new? Was Amara. But she's gone now. There will... Okay, the love of my life was Amara. Okay, so it must be the hand. It must be the hand. I was expecting the eye patch. Aha. Okay, there was something flashing there.
Gotcha!
Dirk, you can't fool me. You tensed up when you said, but she's gone now. And you unconsciously moved your arm, causing something to press up against your jacket. Ah! How did you do that? Oh, so that's it. You're hiding a woman's photo up your sleeve. You don't have to keep secrets like that from me, Dirk. You're an eligible bachelor now, but you'll introduce her to me at some point, right? I keep telling you, there's no other woman. Fine then, let's see it. What are you hiding up your sleeve? It's just this. Satisfied? Huh? But that's the pendant we found in Amara's tomb. See? I wasn't trying to hide anything. Then why did he tense up? Dirk, let me take a look at that. Hey, what's this button for? Whoa! It's a picture of Dirk and some lady, and she's really young looking too. Mon Dieu, are you into younger women, Dirk? Wow. Dirk, you old dog, you've got yourself a younger lover. Will you stop with this nonsense? This is Amara before she died. If you look closer, you'll see that I was younger too. Oh, alright. Hey, you're right. Aw, that's no fun. Athena with the goss, right? Wait a second. Haven't we seen this woman before? Now that you mention it, isn't this woman the same as the one in the defendant's photo? Oh, it's this girl. The nipple badge.
Take that!
Oh my god, wait. Why does Inga have a photo of Amara and the baby? The woman in the pendant is also the one in this photo. Apollo, where did you get this? From the safe in Inga's room. Apollo, if this is Queen Amara, it had to have been taken at least 23 years ago. But that's just not possible. Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. Here's why this photo couldn't be 23 years old. It's the Defiant Dragons book.
Take that!
Take a look at the law book. It has the mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. But that mark didn't exist until after you started your revolutionary activities there. So this photo must have been taken after Garon came into power. And that didn't happen until after Amara was assassinated. She's still alive? So then, how could Amara even be in this photo? She faked her death? Wait a second, that would mean that Amara is... We'll know what Amara is after blah, blah. We'll know what Amara is after these messages. Okay, I'll take a very quick break. I'll run ads. So, you know the drill. Ads, YouTube, blah, 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 Twitch Turbo, sub if you want. Yada, yada, yada. Alright, BRB for a bit.
What even is this? Are things gonna be different because of entity limit shit because I have the key? I knew it. Something was different. Yay! Pee 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 pee. Okay, for science. Yeah, you do need to have that checked. Oh god, I see another Wiggler. Oh, is this a red coin level? I can do this. Question mark? What would the Tetris player do? Do a T-spin. Kidding. For science. Hey, what's up here? You know what? We rarely have antis with the horse race music. So I for one am happy with this. Even though probably later I'm gonna regret it. How did I do that? Hey, it's 1-1! I do not know. That is good. Oh my god, I finally did the shell jump. And we are back. Did I not mute? Holy crap, you might have heard me flushing the toilet. Anyway. Alright. Anyway, what is Amara? We'll find out right now. I'm muted. Wait, am I muted? No, I'm not muted now, so... Alright. Unless my toilet is super loud. Alright. Thankfully, it's not. But, yeah. Anyway, alright. I muted during ads. Alright. Because I tried pressing unmute and suddenly it's not showing in the gain. But anyway. Alright, whatevs. If you heard the toilet, you heard it. Okay. Alright. Wait a second. That would mean that Amara is... Yeah, she's alive. She faked her death. Still alive? Dun dun dun! Looks like you found me out, son. Oh no, man flushes toilet. Think about the wasted water. Remember the quote, if it's yellow, let it mellow. Alright, wait, so it's actually true? Wait, Amar is still alive? Dirk. Water saving tips, so it's go. What do you mean Amar is still alive? I thought she'd been assassinated. So did I. But it seemed she made it out alive only to be held captive by the Garan regime. Why would they do that? When I fled from the law and went underground 23 years ago, I heard some shocking news from a defiant dragon spy. There were rumors of Queen Amara being sighted in the palace. And those rumors turned out to be true? Yes. I snuck into the palace to see for myself. She was confined within the grounds, but otherwise she was as fit as a fiddle. So then, the sarcophagus in the tomb, it's empty? Yes. That entire tomb is one big charade. Garan had it built to stage Amara's death. So we're not going to be cursed by her vengeful spirit? That's a relief. She was being held under virtual house arrest. So I freed her and we made a run for it. This photo was taken back then. Okay, I'm interested how you had this develop though. Look at how they're both grinning from ear to ear. There's a fingerprint on the metal part. I guess Dirk must have left it by accident. Oh, if you like mentioned fingerprint, shouldn't Emma be running in and like, oh, let's do a fingerprint test? Ooh, Mr. Sadmadi, I want to hear all about how you ran away with Queen Amara. Okay, pink butterfly pendant updated in the court record. It seems to belong to Dirk. A fingerprint was found on the inside of the lid, stained with the victim's blood. On the run with Amara. I'm surprised Amara agreed to run away with you. I mean, Garan must have told her that you tried to kill her. I tried to convince her that I wasn't the one who set the blaze. And she believed you? She said, and I quote, I shall accompany you so I may ascertain the truth myself. She always was a tough one to read. I bet she was thrilled you came to her rescue, Mr. Satmadi. To be set free by your beloved, it's like something out of a fairy tale. Yeah, well, there was no happily ever after once Garon's people caught up with us. They took Amara away to who knows where. I snuck back into the palace and searched high and low for her, but to no avail. They probably moved her to some remote mountain prison or the like. Dirk, does Nayuta know about this? He knows she's his true mother. I told him as much. Wait, is that why Nayuta is following Garon's orders? Most likely. So then, do you think that deep down he doesn't really want to prosecute you? Well, he's not one to show his feelings. And lately, I've had no idea what he's thinking. Apollo, we need to grill the queen about Amara when we have the chance. I was wondering about something. The little baby the lady's holding. Is that Prosecutor Sadmadi? No. Not necessarily. It could just as well be me. After all, we're only 1 year apart. Wait, how old is Sadmadi? Sadmadi's 25. Apollo is 22, right? Okay, he's not here because he's the main character. That could be someone else. If the Dragon's book is there. I mean, the kid in the picture is too cute to be you. Let's settle this by asking Dirk himself. Okay. Dirk, about the cute little kid in this photo. Is that me? Huh? What are you talking about? See, I told you it was Prosecutor Sadmadi. Oh, I see. Well, either way, it's not you, son. So then, if it's Nayuta, it was taken when he was about a year old, right? And that would mean you ran away with Amara around 22 or 23 years ago. You're pretty good with numbers, son. Impressive. Huh? What kind of answer is that? A photo showing Dirk and Amara's life on the run about 23 years ago. I doubt that's Nayuta, if it has the Dragon's book. Nayuta's 25. If that was 23, he would have been 2. Nayuta's 25. If the assassination happened 23 years ago, okay, granted Amara was still alive. He wouldn't be the size of a baby anymore. A 2-year-old isn't that small, right? Before you go, son, there's something else I need to tell you, something important. What is it, Dirk? I've never seen you act so serious before. You're adopted. So, what's this something important you have to tell me? Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. Huh? What are you talking about? What I mean is, I can already hear the Twilight Realm calling my name. There's no escaping death now that it has sights set on me. What? Is this another one of your jokes? I wish it was. Haha, you can't fool me, Dirk. That's strange. Why isn't my bracelet reacting? Are you sick? It's something like that. So you're not joking. I'm afraid not, son. Sorry. Isn't there a cure? Or at least some sort of treatment? Unfortunately not. Not for what I've got. If you need some kind of surgery, I'll work hard until I can pay for it. So, please. It's too late. There's nothing more to be done now. But you always say a dragon never yields, so why are you giving up now? Apollo, sorry. I really am. I don't understand. Why is this happening, Dirk? Why? Listen, Apollo. I've got a favor to ask of you. Would you keep quiet about this? I don't want my fellow dragons to find out. They'd lose all hope if they knew I was dying. Would you do that for me? Of course. Why is this happening now? Just when I was finally starting to feel like you really are my... I thought that this time we'd finally... But now... Oh, God. Damn it, why? Apollo. Listen, son, I don't have much longer to live. But I'll never let them execute me, not before I finish what I need to do. I know, Dirk, there's no way I'm going to let them prove you guilty. Before he goes, I'm going to turn back time by righting the wrongs that have been done before. I'm going to restore Dirk's freedom and return a real smile to Nayuta's face. I'm going to win this case, I just have to. Son, I have one more big secret. What? There's something else you've been hiding from me? I told you, you're adopted. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Forgive me. You'll just have to find out for yourself. That's the only way. I don't understand, Dirk. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. Dirk, what is he talking about? Wait, he's not going to reveal that he actually is the killer, is he? Looks like we've run out of things to discuss. Apollo, are you okay? I'm fine. Free him now, release Dirk! What's going on out there? It's the revolution. Sounds like the party's getting started without me. Huh? It's coming from the temple. Let's go, Apollo, and take a look. Alright, let's go to the temple. May 18th, temple. Whoa, what is all this? Oh, anime cutscene.
Ow! Let go, will ya? What are they? Huh? Well, look at that. The people are coming to take their courts back.
Don't hold back, men! Arrest them all!
Wow. Such violence. Dirk belongs to the people, give him back. Yeah, where are you holding him? Quiet down, you. They have my big sister too, but she didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, ouch, stop pulling my hair. Release my son, release him now. Ah, stop that, no biting. This is really something. Foreman overthrow a country, SMH. And it looks like Dats and Mrs. Inmi are leading the charge. You unenlightened fools, do you honestly think this will change anything? Yuti, why do you keep serving that witch Garan? Ah, it's... Hey Nayuta. You again. What's going on here? It would appear that the insurgents are fanning the flames of rebellion. But I never thought it would grow so large. However, they will all be under arrest shortly. Reinforcements are almost here. They'll be arrested just for protesting? They are aiding and abetting a criminal by seeking his release. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, has ordered they be arrested and judged en masse. But weren't you once a member of the Defiant Dragons too? How can you go along with this? I am simply following the orders that Her Eminence has handed down. No, it can't be as simple as that. Listen, Nayuta, there's something I want to talk to you about. Hey, you're not getting away this time. We need to talk. I see there's no reasoning with you. Very well then, speak. Nayuta, do you really have to serve as prosecutor in Dirk's case? I mean, prosecuting your own flesh and blood, it's just not right. Again with this drivel? Your ethical standards are not the be-all, end-all of the world around you. Not getting into another debate with him. Nayuta, did you know that Dirk is sick? What? He apparently doesn't have that much longer to live. If found guilty, he probably wouldn't even make it until his execution day. What are you talking about? Knowing this, are you still prepared to send an already dying man to his grave? Well, Enough with the Zen monk act, Nayuta. Tell me how you really feel. Mr. Justice, each person is born with a role to fulfill, and I must fulfill mine. Well, I'm not convinced that taking Dirk to trial is a part of your lot in life. As for why you've been at Garan's every beck and call, I think I might have the answer. Okay. Nayuta, you know the truth about your mother, don't you? About the former queen is still alive and being held somewhere? So Dirk told you, did he? Yes, it's true. My mother was spirited away to some remote corner of this kingdom. Keep her safe from harm. Safe from harm? But Dirk said the Garan regime is holding her captive. No, they are keeping her safe. So you don't know where Amari is being held? I only know that it is some secluded hideaway where visitors are not allowed. I have heard she leads a simple life, akin to that of monastic disciples. Sure sounds like she's being held captive to me. Listen, Nayuta, aren't you really doing the Queen's bidding because she's holding Amara captive? And this whole thing with Dirk, you know he didn't really kill Inga, don't you? Dirk doesn't have much longer to live, so I want to help him however I can. This time, it's our turn. Okay, flashback. It's our turn to help Dirk however we can. Dot 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 dot. What you speak of is futile. Let it go and move on. The guilty verdict, the hopelessness. You must resign yourself to it all. Clinging to false hope now will only serve to magnify your future despair. So let it go and move on. Nayuta, are you really going to just roll over on this? I've no more time for idle chatter. I must prepare for tomorrow's trial. Now, if you'll excuse me. Apollo, I sense the whirlpool of emotions coming from within Prosecutor Sadmadi just now. Anger, shock, bewilderment, and an icy sorrow as deep and dark as an abyss. Yeah, I picked up on that too. Looks like Dirk really won't be the only one who will need my help tomorrow. I think it's about time to pay Queen Garan another visit and ask her about her sister Amara. Look at all these people. They've got the whole temple surrounded. And they're just standing there still. It looks like Dats is fanning the flames. The police are going to really have their hands full with this many protesters. This whole thing is like a powder keg waiting to go off. We should keep our distance for now. Alright, let's just move to the audience chamber. May 18th, Garan Palace. Audience chamber. There are all guardsons around. That is utter hooey. You cannot continue to deceive the people like that. Rayfa, justice is more than simply speaking the truth. Is that Princess Rayfa and Queen Garan over there? You deceived me too, Mother. How can I ever believe a word you say again? You nincompoop. Wow. Your benevolence. I couldn't help but overhear. You impudent. Katonk. Ow. Are you okay, Mr. Wright? I can't believe she actually punched you. Ow, she actually punched me. I thought she hit me with her staff or something. What's the matter with the princess? It sounded like she was arguing with her mother. Maybe it has something to do with this picture. Rayfa said she had to ask. Oh my god, is this Rayfa? Rayfa said she had to ask her mother about some secret or another as soon as she saw it. So then, does that mean that Princess Rayfa knows what really happened? That Amara wasn't assassinated and is still very much alive? It would seem so, and she doesn't seem to be taking Garan's lies very well. But that's no surprise, considering how much Rayfa reveres her mother. That would definitely cause her a great deal of anguish and sadness. Eavesdropping, are we? How very rude. It's Garan, okay. You there. Are you not Dirk's son? Oh, nice to meet you, Your Eminence. We're actually here to speak with you, if you could spare us a moment. Your Eminence, Dirk told me about Amara. About she's still alive, that is. We know not of what you speak. After Dirk learned Amara was still alive, he rescued her and they ran off together. But she was captured and remains captive in a secret location to this day. As for Nayuta doing your bidding, it's only because Amara's life is in your hands. What an active imagination you have. A lawyer and a comedian, how droll. Whoa. Where'd they come from? BRB, no worries, Coburn. Anyway, if she's going to play dumb, I'll just have to jog her memory with some evidence. Okay, I think it's the... Your Eminence, I ask that you take a look at this photo. Why, that's... It's a photo of Amara. And here you can see a law book bearing the mark of the Defiant Dragons. I believe you know what that means. Dot, 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 dot. Very well. Royal Guard, stand down. Yes, Your Eminence. Your wish is our command. It seems there is no need to perpetuate this charade any longer. We shall speak of all we know. Amara's alive! So then, you admit that Amara's still alive? Yes, she's under our protection in a safe location. I think you mean being held prisoner. And where is she being kept? Oh, now why would we tell the son of a traitor that? Yes, she has a point there. Now, heed our warning, Horned Devil. It would not be wise to inform the people that Amara yet lives. It would only serve to plunge public order into chaos. I have no intention of doing that. Besides, there are real terrorists out there who might try to kill her. Good. Now, there was something we have been meaning to ask you. Do you know what has become of the Founder's Orb? The Founder's Orb went missing after Dirk took it into the tomb. As his son, we thought you might know something of its current whereabouts. I knew it. I suppose I should thank you for that free-running tour of Kurai. That was the Royal Guard's own doing. Nice try, lady. But now you're definitely not getting the orb. Ever. Why do you want the orb so badly anyway? Because it would be most dangerous in the wrong hands. It must be recovered. Is the legend true? Can the orb really impart spiritual power? Are you worried that someone could overthrow you with it? The Holy Mother's power is without equal. Should Her Holiness once again return to our world, she could conceivably bestow great power upon the one who unlocked the orb's secret. I guess it makes sense, considering spirit channeling is a fact of life here. So we ask you, Horned Devil, did you receive the Founder's Orb from Dirk? Does it look like I did? So you like to play games, do you? Royal Guard. Yes, Your Eminence. Search this devil and his belongings. What? At once, Your Eminence. Don't move, you're only making this harder on yourself. Yikes, hey, cut it out. Eek, Apollo, don't strip here. Wow, ouch. Stop resisting, just submit to our strip search already. Wow, TOS, TOS. No, wait, hey, cut it out. Ah! Rest in pieces, my poor tattered dignity. Alright, so it looks like all the evidence is still in here. There's no sign of the Founder's Orb, Your Eminence. So, you have hidden it somewhere. No matter. We shall recover it one way or another once you are found guilty of abetting the accused. Dirk was right. She really is bent on getting the orb. Mother! What's Rafa? Looks like the princess is back. I took a stroll to calm myself, but I still find this situation unacceptable. The people must be informed about Queen Amara. So she does know about that. Rafa, you do not yet possess a clear grasp of how a government and its people interact. There will always be secrets that must be kept from the ignorant masses. You have little faith in our people, Mother. But it's the royal priestess's duty to always speak the truth. And as such, I cannot remain silent. I will not. The truth, you say? Your mind has been poisoned by the barbed one. It was an honor and pleasure. It was an honor and a pleasure, Your Eminence. Wow, Phoenix going. We must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you would excuse us. Discipline? Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Well, Apollo, let's head back to the safe house for now. Good idea. We need to go over what we found and collect our thoughts. I didn't know Dirk was sick. What's wrong with him? I mean, he looked fine to me. I really don't know. The Dirk I remember would go out hunting in the middle of winter, while everyone around him was dropping like flies with the flu and whatnot. Dots all around. Come on, everyone, cheer up. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smash, right? Apollo, you don't have to put on a brave face for... No, I'm fine. Besides, Dirk will have his day in court. I won't let this get me down. So, you don't know Queen Amara at all, Apollo? I thought that since you used to live with Dirk, that maybe you had met her. Dirk escaped with Amara 23 or so years ago. I was still just an infant. Even if I had met her, I wouldn't have remembered it. I guess not. But that means you may have been cared for by a queen. And if you had been, then what? You would have turned out, I don't know, better? Wow. What's that supposed to mean? Alright, I think we move. May 18, Fortimer's Hadmad Law Offices. Ah, you're back. Thank you for holding down the fort, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Sorry it took so long. Hope you weren't too bored. I watched The Plumed Punisher, Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm while you were gone. And my verdict is, it's an outrage, especially its theme song. Even worse, the people here believe it's an original Kuraini's show. Can you believe it? I've spoken already about it. Wow. I'm not sure what he's babbling about, but at least it seems he wasn't bored. Moving along to things that actually matter, we've gathered about all the information and evidence we can concerning this case. I think it's time we go over everything we've learned so far. The Orb Trial, Maya's abduction, and the murder of the mastermind behind it all, Justice Minister Inga. It's a lot to consider. Think you have all the facts straight in your head? Yep, I've got it all covered, Mr. Wright. It's the truth about what really went down that's going to be the problem. Yeah, it's like the more we learn about this case, the less we understand. I agree. There's a deep darkness enveloping this case. I'm almost afraid of what we will find out once we lift that black veil. Suffice to say, the real killer is certainly waiting underneath. The real killer, huh? Now that's the million-dollar question. Who killed Inga, and why? Think, Apollo. Who would you say had the motive to commit this crime? I, for one, am drawing a complete blank. I want to know how the killer slipped into the tomb, killed Inga, and slipped back out. Without ever being seen. That's a bona fide lockroom mystery right there. Well, we've collected plenty of evidence and statements. I just hope the rest comes out in court. It'll be a thinner tightrope than usual, that's for sure. Alright. What if the killer escaped via the sarcophagus, which has a secret passageway? Remember, Amar is still alive and the tomb is empty. Okay, this case has one big fly in the ointment. In order to prove Dirk completely innocent, we'll also have to exonerate him of the crime committed 23 years ago. Amara's supposed assassination. Right. We know Amara is still alive, but Dirk could still be charged with plotting to kill her. He couldn't discover the truth even after over 2 decades of investigating. So our biggest hurdle is going to be the complete lack of evidence. The Fire made sure of that. Mr. Wright, have you ever won a case without any evidence? No, that's one thing I've never done before. A trial unprecedented even in the decorated annals of the Wright Anything Agency. Still, I can't help but wonder, was there really no evidence left behind? Oh, and we can't forget about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, if Dirk is found guilty and is sentenced to death, we'll likely join him in a very public execution. Yeah. Beat the charges or die. What kind of crazy upside-down legal system is this anyway? Don't worry, Excuse me. Don't worry, I can't ask someone as young as you to risk your life, Athena. So tomorrow, it'll just be me and Apollo on the courtroom floor. But you can support us by watching from the gallery. What? No! I want to help. I'm part of the agency too, after all. Sorry, but this is a direct order from your boss. Plus, there's Prosecutor Blackwell to think of. He said he'd use me for sword practice if I put you in harm's way. Simon. Well, at least promise me this, you two. Promise me you'll make it back alive. Haha. Make it back alive, huh? What's with that face, Apollo? You'll never inspire confidence in your client like that. And it'll play right into the prosecution's hands. Remember, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Wow. You're right. Even when it seems hopeless or when there's not a shred of evidence to be found, we can never let it show on our faces, right? Oh, is this it? Oh, but will I actually be able to do that tomorrow? When push comes to shove, will I be able to force my biggest smile? Be continued. Oh my god. Trial day 2. Alright. I think we will end here. We now move to the next trial. When will that be? Maybe on Thursday, maybe on Monday next week. Alright, so anyway, everyone, thank you very much for joining in. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, we'll move on to the trial in the next stream. Alright, anyway, as for schedules, tomorrow I'll be off. I will be back on Thursday. I don't know if I'll be doing this or maybe some other game, we'll see. But yeah, we're probably getting close to the end of this case. Question mark. Thanks for stream. Hey, no worries. Anyway, everyone, again, please don't forget to check out the socials. YouTube, there is a new video dropping out tomorrow on YouTube. So yeah, please go check that out. That will release around 6:30 a.m. my time. So yeah. Anyway, if you are in YouTube, hi YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. We are close to the 500 sub milestone, so hopefully we could get to that one soon. Anyway, yeah, let's find someone to raid. Is Aggie still on? I don't think he's on anymore. Alright, Aggie's not online anymore. So let's find someone else. Alright. Oh, Tweed is already in 3D World, really? Okay, you know what? Fine, let's raid Tweed. is in 3D World, which is one of my favorite Mario games. So, yep. Anyway, alright, I think that's it. Again, everyone, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. And I will see you all next time. Bye.